Good morning. I've been asked to share briefly with you about finances and generosity. At first, I thought they hear from me at every workshop in these two areas, and quite frankly, if they hear me say requisition before acquisition one more time, they may totally tune me out. You knew I'd have to weave that in somehow. But seriously, finances are hard to talk about in any setting, whether personal or corporate. And it gets even more challenging when we throw the word generosity into the discussion. Truthfully, finances and generosity go hand in hand. And as I looked into the meaning of those two words, I came across another word that is closely related to both, and that word is dependency. Everything that we have comes completely from God. Scripture tells us in Romans 11:36, "For everything comes from Him and exists by His power and is intended for His glory. All glory to Him forever." So it is only because of Him that we have anything. The air that we breathe, the food on our tables, our homes, our families, our jobs, and our finances. All of it comes from Him. And the very best thing that we can do with all of that, including our finances, is to be good stewards of the resources He has given to us, to use those resources for the glory of God and to make His name known. So I think we need to ask ourselves two questions. The first, how dependent am I upon God in this area of finances? The second question we should ask is, am I His steward? Or am I stewarding my finances for my own pleasures or selfishly? And I think we've all been guilty of this at some point or time in our lives. Now, generosity gives us a little different picture. It causes us to think of the heart. Matthew 6:21 tells us that Jesus said, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." We simply have to look at our checkbooks, credit cards, or pocketbooks to see where our hearts go and how much and how often they go there. If a donor's heart is for HLGU, we shouldn't have to wonder if they give and support HLGU. It should be a given fact. Once again, I submit to you that where we put our money, our hearts are and will continue to follow. Tying dependency and generosity together was not a stretch for me at all, as they are intricately connected. Just as we are dependent upon God for everything, HLGU is absolutely dependent on God for her finances, and specifically through the generous donors who support her because they love God and love HLGU. They understand that they are investing into the lives of students, as well as those who teach and provide them support, in a distinctively Christian environment and for the purpose of spreading the gospel for years to come and until Jesus' return. So today, as you pray for HLGU, I would ask that you pray for her in the areas of finances and generosity. Ask the Lord to increase HLGU's name and mission so that others might know who we are in order to grow student enrollment and as well as new donor generosity. Join me in prayer for all employees to be good stewards of their departmental budgets and that we can all operate as a team with the same goal in sight, for God's glory and to make His name known. And finally, please ask that we would have a strong financial year this year in all areas, and specifically in the area of donor giving. We are truly dependent upon God for our finances and the generosity of others, knowing He owns it all.